This piece, created in 2024 by Whitney was part of the Contemporary Process and Conceptualism module. This piece appears to be yarn intertwined around what seems to be different cameras, possibly two or three. Four different colors of yarn are used with two shades of blue, a salmon color, and a golden brown. The different colors of yarn are pulled in several different directions. Some areas are wrapped multiple times with the same color, creating a heavier line weight. Different parts of cameras can be seen between the yarn. The lens at the front has been given the most emphasis by the artist. The lens is a black circle with a silver ring around it and has not been covered by any yarn. The stark contrast between the black lens and the bright colors around it adds interest to the piece. Also discernible through the yarn is a rectangular viewfinder towards the back, shutter release button to the left, and a reflective silver circular piece at the right. The cameras look to be unaltered and are the standard silver and black colors you typically see in vintage pieces. Overall, the artist has created a bright and cheery mood while also engaging the curiosity of the viewer. It appears that the artist used four different skeins of yarn, as the different colors are distinctly layered, and by wrapping them held the underlying cameras together. While the bright colors suggest a cheery mood as mentioned, the cameras seem to weigh the piece down, tilting the entirety of the work to the left. To me, it seems the artist chose to leave the front lens and the circular silver shape to the right uncovered to allow the viewer to understand, at least partially, what they were seeing. With the use of yarn, there is a lot of line running around the form, erasing the contour of the actual objects, and therefore the whole work becomes a new form. The repeated wrapping and the alternation of colors gives the piece a lot of movement as it directs the eye through the piece. Your eye, while it may be led around, continues to be drawn to the dark circle of the lens, the focal point of the piece. To me, the brightly colored yarn enveloping the cameras feels like the artist is trying to tell me about memories or feelings from the past. The yarn being immovably fastened suggests wanting to hold on tightly to these memories. Typically, the past is depicted in monochromatic gray, but this artist has chosen to use bright colors. To me, this hints at wanting to relive moments, not just reflect on them. While the colors wish to produce a cheery tone to the piece, the asymmetrical balance causes the viewer to feel an emotional heaviness. Perhaps holding on to these memories is also holding the individual back. Suddenly, it seems that the memories are perhaps the ones being held hostage and wish to become new memories. I think this artist has been successful in their work in that it has caused me, as the viewer, to consider what the artist is trying to say and changing what I initially saw it as. Because the piece is conceptual, it pushes the viewer to ask questions about the piece. The way the artist has gone about wrapping and concealing the piece helps to pique the curiosity of viewers and ask these questions. I think there is value in this piece as it captures the feeling of reaching for the past and wanting to relive memories and simultaneously being held back by them. And I think this is a common feeling, and I believe this piece demonstrates that well.